Hello. I hope you are doing well and are having a fantastic day. Today is a super rainy and gloomy day, and honestly, I am quite bored of being inside in my home. So I thought I would sit down and talk to you for a soft-spoken video. I have some random little items that I'm going to be making sounds with because I like keeping myself occupied even while I'm talking. So I've got these cute sticky notes. And I have these note cards that I think will make some good crinkly noises. So, I haven't posted a video in I think maybe like a week and a half or so. I'm sure you can understand why. Both work and the house have taken up all of my time. And on the weekends, I really haven't had time to sit down and film. And I'm kind of someone who typically says, like, for things that are important, you'll make time. And working on our house has been the priority. And we've been over there like every weekend day from probably about 9 until like 8 o'clock at night working. So I like to come home and enjoy dinner and watching a show. We've been watching 90 Day Fiancé. That's like Joe and I's. It's not a guilty pleasure, but you know, our kind of like trash show. But the house is slowly coming together, and we will be moving in next weekend. Yeah. Which is crazy. We were talking yesterday about how each move that we've done has been stressful in different ways. So when we first moved in together, was that in 2018? That seems like an eternity ago. But when we moved into our apartment, it was obviously stressful because we were like living together for the first time. And Joe hadn't ever lived on his own. I had lived in a dorm for 2 years at college, or during my time at college. So I had some experience living on my own, but he didn't. Then, about a year later, we moved into this house, and it was a downsize, so that was stressful, like figuring out where certain furniture was gonna go that couldn't fit here. And it was also our first like move where we were moving furniture, because in our apartment, you know, we either had things delivered or like built our furniture in the apartment. And then now it's stressful because we're doing work to our house and it's a work in progress. But it's less stressful in some ways because we've been able to like take stuff over. So a lot of my clothes are already over there. 2 of our closets are like cleared out pretty much. So like that's been nice. So like on the actual move day, we won't have as much to move. Although it'll still certainly be a lot. But it's really exciting, but it's taken up a lot of time. Same with just work, as always. There was a meeting this week to discuss going back to school, and it looks like we'll be starting to transition back into the building at the very beginning of November, which is crazy because that seems like so far away, but I know it's gonna be here before we know it, and that's gonna be a nightmare in and of itself. But that's like so far down the line in my mind, so we don't need to worry about that. I'm so excited for fall. This week, well, like the second half of the week, felt like fall was coming. Like it was still in the 80s earlier this week, but it's only like in the 70s for like the second half of the week was cooler. And then I don't know about like the rest of the weekend and next week, but like I was cold this morning, so I'm in sweatpants and a long sleeve top because I was freezing. It was like in the high 60s this morning, so a lot cooler than it has been. I'm so excited though. Like to get pumpkins. Oh. And I love the food around this time of year. I always make like just heartier meals, you know, and I find that those are easier to make or they're easier to find. So last night I made chicken with mashed potatoes and this amazing mushroom gravy. So easy, like so easy. It's so easy, I can explain it right now. So you melt 4 tablespoons of butter and saute your mushrooms, however many you want really. I use 2 of the kind of smaller containers, like that size. The recipe says 12 ounces, but I don't think it really matters. And I used Baby Bella's and white mushrooms, just a mix. Baby bellas are my favorite, but I wanted to bulk it up with the white mushrooms as well. So you saute that for a while. Mushrooms kind of take a little while to release all their water and then kind of like have the water evaporate. And then you do, I think it's like 2.5, 3 tablespoons of flour. Mix that up, and you want to like season it however you want, salt, pepper, and let that cook for just a couple minutes. And then you pour in 2.5 cups of broth. I had bone broth, but I mean, I don't think it really matters. I would say, I think the recipe says vegetable broth, but if you're using like a meat broth to match whatever meat you're also going to have. So if I was doing this with some sort of beef, I would probably do a beef broth, but it doesn't really matter. And then you just let that simmer and cook until it thickens. And then I poured it over, ladled it over homemade mashed potatoes, and it was amazing. It's like it's certainly not the quickest meal because the gravy takes longer than you would expect because it's not many steps, but the process of like the liquid thickening up, it takes a while. But it's so amazing. Oh my god, it's so good. I also love making shepherd's pie or a cottage pie in the winter time because you can freeze it really easily. So meal prep wise, that's good. I just bust out a lot of freezer meals in the winter, like fall and winter, and I love being able to prep that. Prep those meals, prep that. So I'm excited for that. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can share with you. My camera battery's about to die. Big thumbs down. That's always how it is. It dies so quickly. It started at 25% and I've been talking for 13 minutes. I don't know why it's dying already, but oh well. So yeah. Ooh, I do want to buy some new candles. I was watching Taylor Wynn's Etsy video, and she mentioned some woodwick candles from a seller on Etsy, and I love the aesthetic, and I don't think we have too many candles left. I've got a bunch of summer candles, but I don't think we really have any left from last fall or winter. So I might place an order because we haven't been doing a lot of like fun shopping lately. You know, it's been all house related stuff. So although I shouldn't spend a lot of money on candles, I think it would be a nice treat. A nice treat. A nice candle treat. And then I could make a video with those. So I'm kind of like speaking that into existence because I think that would be awesome. Laura Limericks' candle videos, I mean, like the best. If you don't watch her videos, especially the candle ones, you have to. I don't know what makes them so relaxing, but they just are. I think it's like the over explaining that is just so soothing. I don't know, but that's kind of on the horizon. I'm getting really excited about setting up my new office. I think the paint is done in there. I did a third coat. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 coats. But hopefully that's gonna be it. But I'm excited to like set up that room. It's gonna be pretty much the same, except the walls are more of a creamy white. We're doing like our whole house in a like yellow based white. So it's pretty light, but there's a little bit of warmth in it. I much prefer like a warmer color scheme. I think that's the right word, whatever. Color palette, who cares? But yeah, and I don't think I wouldn't have a window behind me. The setup is actually going to be almost identical because I'll have a window to the side, not so close, but to the side and in front, and then my closet will be to the left. So just like it is in this room. So I'm really excited about that because I won't really have to do anything in that room besides change the fan because it's hideous. Like hideous. But other than that, the room is nice. Like my closet, oh my god, love the closet. So I'm excited for you, or I'm excited to show you the new filming space. It's definitely bigger as well, or I hope it is. It seems like it's gonna be bigger, but I haven't measured this room to know, but we'll see. Anyway, alright, now my camera's overheating, so that's my cue to leave. I hope that you enjoyed this rambly video. Yeah, hopefully I will be back on Wednesday for another video. If you have any video suggestions, leave them in the comments